I was born 10 years after my older brother Dave. By the time I was 3, Dad had lost all his savings, his job, and his friends, and he blamed everything on me.
You're cursed. Ever since you were born, my life has been ruined.
Luckily, my brother Dave was always there to rescue me from Dad's anger, and he loved me to bits. One night when I was 5, I heard some noise from downstairs, and I ran down to see Dad tiptoeing out with a suitcase. Dad, are we going somewhere?
Good God, you're so annoying. I'm going somewhere where your bad luck can't follow me anymore.
Saying that, he just left and never came back. Dave and I were all by ourselves now, but thankfully our aunt took us in, even though she wasn't so well off herself and worked as a birthday party singer for kids. Once she took me and Dave with her to a party and I saw a clown juggling balls. It looked pretty simple, so I picked up some oranges and started copying him. And suddenly everyone's eyes were on me.
Wow, this girl is so talented. She's much better than the clown.
Everyone was so impressed that they paid my aunt double for my act.
How are you so good at this?
I don't know. I've always been able to catch stuff easily with both hands.
OMG, I think you're ambidextrous, Lucy.
Ambi what now? Turns out I was ambi whatever Dave said, which meant I could use both my hands equally well and at the same time. I started going with my aunt to birthday parties and I juggled all kinds of stuff to make some extra cash. The kids loved me. Then one day, Dave came home from school with some exciting news. He'd found out that I was eligible for some scholarship program at his school, and I could also go. I joined the 3rd grade class and was so excited, but I noticed something was wrong the moment I walked into class. The kids were all looking at me and laughing. Ew, look at her clothes. So tacky. Her sneakers have holes. My face turned tomato red as I quickly took a seat. Later at recess, I was eating by myself when I looked up to see a bunch of kids staring at me like I was some circus freak. Why are you eating with both hands like some monkey? Oh, I'm ambidextrous. It's pretty cool. I can do lots of things with both hands, like writing and paint. Oh, I remember now. I saw you at a birthday party once. You're a clown, right? No, I'm a juggler. Do you pick boogers from your nose with both hands too? Why would I? Save it, freak. Do us a favor and cover your mouth with both hands because you're boring me. Well, it looked like I wasn't going to have any friends anytime soon. But school wasn't all bad. The teachers loved me at least because I was one of the smartest kids in class and I could finish any assignment twice as fast as the rest. In the 9th grade, the teacher introduced a new boy, Harvey, to the class, and I rolled my eyes as I watched the girls drool over him. So lame. But someone came and sat next to me in the library later that day, and to my shock, it was him.
Hey, you're in my class, right? Mind if I join you?
He sat next to me, and 2 minutes later, he flung his pen aside. What's wrong?
Sorry. I can't make any sense of these math problems. I kept flunking at my last school, and if I don't do well here, my mom will send me to some awful boarding school. She's crazy.
I felt bad for him, so I immediately offered to help.
Wow, will you really? I guess you're really crushing on me, huh? Oh yeah, I've seen how all the chicks look at me.
Wait, what? Sorry, but I'm not one of them. Guess you're fine without my help. As I got up to leave, he suddenly grabbed me by the arm.
Come on, why are you playing hard to get? Give me a kiss. You know you want to.
I pushed him away a little harder than I meant to, and he tripped over a chair.
How dare you? A girl as poor as you rejects someone like me? Do you know how rich I am? Do you have any idea who my dad is?
Even if it was Bill Gates, I couldn't care less. All I know is that you seem to be the biggest jerk on the planet. I hope you flunk really soon and leave.
Ugh, you've really picked the wrong guy to mess with, Lucy. You're gonna regret this.
It turned out Harvey was the son of a multi-billionaire, and he gathered a worshipping gang of minions in no time, and their mission was to make my life miserable. The very next day, I found my locker completely trashed, with Circus Freak written all over it. During recess, they took turns throwing trash at me while Harvey yelled,
"Come on, we know you can catch and juggle. Put on a show for us, you clown."
A few days later, Aunt had booked a gig, and when we got there, it turned out that Harvey had hired us for his cousin's birthday. He and his friends were there, and they egged us during our performance. Aunt was livid.
Who is that terrible boy, and why is he bullying you? I'm gonna go talk to the principal.
It'll just make things worse. Don't worry, Aunt. I'm sure he'll back off in a few days. But a few days later, as I was walking back home, a limo slowed down next to me and Harvey rolled down the window.
Hey, Luce, get in. We need to talk.
That's not gonna happen, so buzz off.
Lucy, you'll get in and listen to me, please, if you know what's good for you and your family.
I paused at his words and reluctantly sat inside. What was he talking about?
Listen, there's no way I'm flunking the exams, and you'll just have to help.
You mean tutor you? I don't think I can. 9th grade really is way too advanced for you.
Oh, no, you're right. I'm too dumb for this lame stuff. I have no interest in studying. I need you to help me during the exams. It won't be any biggie for you. You can fill out 2 answer sheets at the same time, right?
That's cheating. And there's no way I'm doing that. We would both get expelled if we got caught. And why would I do that for you anyway?
Because if you don't, I'll make sure your aunt never gets a gig in this city again. I'll get your brother fired from work. And you, smart little Lucy, I know you're here on a scholarship program. Who do you think funds those programs? Parents like mine. 1 word from them and you'll be out of here. So I don't see that you have a choice. Now get out of my car.
As I slammed the door behind me and he drove away, I was shaking. I hated him so much, but I knew he wasn't making empty threats. I felt terrible about cheating, but I helped him with all his exams. He made me sick looking at his smug face when he passed everything with flying colors. One evening, I was going home alone after performing at a kids' party when I bumped into someone. I looked up to see a very familiar-looking man with a camera crew behind him.
Hi, I'm Mr. Beast, and this is my credit card. This card has a limit of $2 million, and I want you to use it however you want for the next 24 hours.
What? Mr. Beast? The Mr. Beast who helps people in need and makes their day?
Yup, the same one. Go on, take it and have a blast.
I looked at the card and thought of everything I needed and all the ways I could help my family, but I just shook my head. Thank you, but I don't want it. I'm smart and not afraid to work hard. I'll make it on my own one day. Please, give it to someone homeless or an orphan, someone who really deserves it. I have a family and they've got my back. He seemed really impressed at my words and promised he'd do what I asked. That weekend, Harvey had a grand pool party at his place to celebrate his amazing exam results. He sent me an invitation and of course I wasn't gonna go, but I instantly got another text. Make sure you drop by, Lucy. You don't want to disappoint me. I was getting so tired of his threats. I reluctantly decided to go, and the minute I got there, Harvey greeted me with a huge grin.
Hey, look who's here. The luckiest girl in the world.
What are you talking about?
Ah, come on. We all know Mr. Beast gave you his credit card. You're rich now. And finally, a little in my league. That's why you're here at my party.
I didn't take the money, you idiot.
What? You refused to take the money? So you're not just poor. You're also the dumbest person I've ever met.
If I'm so dumb, why do you constantly need my help? Money isn't everything, dude. Clearly, it can't buy a brain or good manners.
But who cares when it can buy you so many other things? Let me take you out on a date, babe. I'll spoil you rotten.
And suddenly, he tried to hug me. Before I knew it, I'd given him 2 resounding slaps on his face, and then I pushed him into the pool. Everyone gasped as he came out sputtering.
You know you're gonna pay for this, freak.
Nope, you will, and not with cash. This is one problem you won't be able to throw money at. In that moment, I'd made a snap decision, even if it meant I'd be in so much trouble myself. The next day, I went to the principal's office and I confessed. I told her how I'd let Harvey bully me and I'd ended up helping him cheat in the exams. The principal was able to verify it by checking my handwriting, and Harvey's parents were immediately called in, and he was instantly expelled.
Now, don't be so hasty. I'm sure we can write you a check.
No, just stop it. We can't keep paying people off to overlook our son's bad behavior. I'm not raising a jerk, and he's not living with us till he can learn to be a decent human being. We're sending him to a strict boarding school and taking away all his privileges.
Mom, you sound crazy. Dad, please, make her stop.
Harvey begged and cried while his mom dragged him off by the ear. I winced, waiting for the same fate, but the principal turned to me and said,
I'm going easy on you, Lucy, because I know you're a good kid, and you owned up to your mistake. You're suspended for 2 weeks, and you better have a squeaky clean record after this.
I promise, I'll never be so foolish again. When I got home and told my family about everything, I expected them to be mad, but instead, my aunt said, "We are so proud of you, Lucy."
You've grown up to be an amazing person.
No, it's you guys who raised me so well. I graduated high school and got into university on a full scholarship. I graduated with a degree in media studies. I also set up my own TikTok channel where I put up my juggling videos, and I feature amazingly talented street performers from around the country.